In Boston, meanwhile, one of the biggest alternative rock radio stations in the country, WFNX FM, celebrated its 8th anniversary recently by staging 3 shows at 3 different clubs around town, featuring such acts as Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, and The Wonder Stuff, and devoting all proceeds to groups that help the homeless. Here's how this marathon show came off.
What are you guys doing?
Peachy Keen.
Right on. Is that a remote control mic? I mean, is that wireless?
We're slipping and sliding on our way to the MTV Music News.
Okay, right foot. Blue.
Who's next now? Who's next?
Okay. Right hand. Yeah.
Amy, so tell me about what you guys were doing earlier tonight. Whose idea was that?
Well, Kurt thought up the Twister, and I thought up the Crisco. And everybody kind of copped out. I mean, it would have been a groovy love session.
Obviously, you guys know these other bands before. You guys just interact.
Oh, we kind of know them, just seen them here
We met
around.
Smashing Pumpkins while we were in England last time. Are we allowed to like swap on other mats?
Are you guys gonna start doing this amongst yourselves now?
Okay.
I'm having a good time. I'm really surprised.
I don't like schmooze fests.
What do you guys know about tonight's event?
Well, it's a big radio station schmooze-a-thon, and we came here yesterday, and
We brought the Crisco so we could grease our hands because we've been shaking so many people's hands.
It's a good time. What?
Why?
Because there's 11 bands and you pay $5. That's a good deal, and it's going to charity. So, Party Up Boston. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mom, my dad.
There's different segments of different bands that do different things, you know, but I think that there's pretty good, I don't know, for lack of a better term, sort of a nurturing spirit between certain bands, you know, or camaraderie, I guess is a better word. We all have huge respect for Nirvana, and we played with the Smashing Pumpkins in Chicago before. We like them. I sort of like Chapter House.
The good thing about this is it does involve you with bands that you wouldn't usually be playing with, so it's kind of nice to get that or mismatching of musical styles, which is kind of refreshing, because it can get quite overbearing in England to have bands playing within a particular environment.
The more you hang out with bands, other bands who have records, the less insecure those bands seem to be. Like on a local level, it was always dealing with all these weird insecurities because bands are always trying to establish their identities. But when you meet other bands that have records out, it's kind of, you get past that and you get to make friends because you're in similar situations.
Have you guys met any of the other bands yet besides
Yes.
Yeah, we've met Nirvana and Bold Lavalta and Chapter House, but none of the other bands.
I just met Pop's Cool Love.
I just met Billy from the Pumpkins, so I'm kind of happy. He's a good guy, good stuff. That's cool. You know, there's a lot of really good bands here. Pumpkins, yeah, I really like their records. School of Fisher here, I like them. That's great. I feel privileged. I think we all feel kind of privileged to be playing with them. It's good.
Are there any bands that you like to see like that?
Wonder Stuff we wanted to see. We played with them the Phoenix, the Q-Fest.
Quite like to see else, but I don't think I'll get the chance to do that, you know.
I think, is it Cliffs of Dunoon, or Dineen, or wherever it is?
Yeah, the Cliffs of Dunoon.
Yeah, we'd like to have a look at them.
Smashing Pumpkins. We're like opening for them, and they're like my favorite band, so.
Are there any bands you look forward to seeing tonight?
Yeah, Nirvana.
What do you guys think of
it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Sure. Variety is a wonderful thing. Yeah. I mean, there's something for everybody.
You know Dave Kendall at Reading? He sat and he talked to me about how he thought it was so great that so many bands could come together at one show and entertain so many people at one time.
What are we about? Deep. What are we about? Oh, we're just this crazy rock and roll band. Are we even crazy? What are we about? We're just this rock and roll band. We play our songs, you know, and play them to the people, and people like them. That's cool.
So would you guys come to see?
My mom doesn't see this.
Nirvana.
Why?
Oh, they're an incredible band, and their first album on a major label. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the band started in 1987 in a small coastal town in Aberdeen, Washington, and we were just jamming in this shack and moved out of town, started playing gigs in Seattle, made a tape, Sub Pop heard it, and the rest just keeps snowballing, I guess. Things just keep getting bigger and better. Sonic Youth, Melvins,
Mudhoney.
Shonen Knife.
Readers. I don't know, pretty much everything we've already mentioned.
Can you guys just tell me about the single songs and what this first of all lyrics, what the song is about?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Oh, the song could be about anything, really, if you put your mind to it. Creativity is such a beautiful human attribute, so we just leave it to the fan.
And being on a major label, you can get away with just senseless babble. Always. It's just senseless babble, the whole thing.
What about the video? The video's kind of interesting. It looks like a high school episode.
We're definitely scarred by high school, that's for sure.
We played a show a couple nights before, and we invited everyone down to come down and just watch us do the video. And I don't know if they knew what to expect, so 300 kids showed up and just hung out. It was pretty cool.
It looks like you were out in the front really dancing.
Yes, at the end I was, sure.
For which band?
It was Nirvana at the end.
What makes an audience really great? What do you look? I mean, what really makes it fun?
It's a vibe, you know? It's just a cool vibe. Everybody's having fun, and nothing can go wrong. It's just beautiful.
Do you guys have any special plans for tonight?
We're going to attempt to play.
Have any other bands come up and play with you or anything like that?
No. No, we might have an iron lung on stage though. That's possible.
You guys come back and serve your ass?
Do what? This show? Yeah, we do anything. What do we say? This is
the week in Rock.
We are Nirvana, and this is the week in rock. Yo!
Yeah.
Yeah.